Showers and thunderstorms, that's what's happening right now. Mike, I'm here to give you an update on the latest on what's going on out there in the weather community. We have a lot to talk about, as you can see here on your screen. Showers and thunderstorms, severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect for areas of North Carolina, and multiple areas will continue to see these showers and thunderstorms. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into this weather. So as you can see, wind is in effect for multiple areas. As you can see, reports of winds. This is here on weather front. As you can see, the amount of lightning strikes that are in effect. We do have a flash flood warning that's in effect. Each individual one of these greens, more than likely a flash flood warning that you're dealing with here. And as you can see, we do have multiple of those alerts that'll be in these areas. As you move up north, we're indicating some wall clouds there, potential for these tornadoes that'll continue in strength. Severe weather is definitely popping off today, so we do have a mesoscale discussion that's in effect. We have some damage report in those areas, so that may be from the storms or even the tornadoes. Mesoscale discussion in effect. Severe thunderstorm watch is in effect for multiple areas as well. Tornado warnings will continue areas of Minneapolis, not Minneapolis, areas of Indianapolis, my bad, for those areas as well. So mesoscale discussion will be in the areas some of these areas, and we do have an upgrade to our severe weather risk that we had for that specific area. So I do want to show you what's going on out there for the outlook for today. And as you can see, we do have the yellows extending all the way down to Charlotte, but look at this marginal risk. It has extended all the way down to areas near Jacksonville, Florida. So marginal risk in effect for those areas. Yellow risk, as you can see, the purples there. Tornado risk going to go all the way down to areas of Virginia. We can see it with those tornado warnings, as well as that wind threat is going to be very significant for today, and the hail threat as well. So we have a lot to talk about. We do have the potential for severe weather. We have to watch out for this, but there's also been a shift of weather that's going to happen tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a marginal risk extended all the way down to Savannah, Georgia. This is going to include the areas of Augusta, Atlanta, Columbia, Charlotte, Greenville, Spartanburg, Nashville, Raleigh, Durham, Greensboro, Winston-Salem. That's going to be in this marginal risk. As you can see here in this slight risk, St. Louis is going to be under this. Indianapolis, areas of Louisville, Kentucky, you're going to be under it as well. West of Omaha, you're under the slight risk. Tornado risk going to be around the areas of Indianapolis and St. Louis, with a wind threat around Indianapolis and St. Louis as well. Hail threat going to be in effect for multiple areas. That's going to be in areas for Denver. This is actually going to be a widespread hail threat. A lot of widespread hail that we on Thursday. You do have a marginal risk of severe weather. Eastern areas of Denver, Colorado, that you're going to be dealing with that severe weather. Probabilistic, so we're not going to see much that's going to happen out of that. So we do have to watch out for this. Today is going to be a very active day of severe weather. We can see that there with the radar that's happening there. Mesoscale discussion in this area, as you can see here. Watch probability. So we might have the possibility of a severe thunderstorm watch that could pop up in that area. But this is a look at the HRRR model of what's going on right now. HRRR showing showers and thunderstorms will continue areas of the south, and then will continue for areas on Wednesday as well. So a lot of shower and thunderstorm activity expected. Same portions for the Midwest as well. You're going to be dealing with the shower and thunderstorm activity down from Chicago all the way to areas of western North Carolina. So as you get into these areas, you have a lot to worry about here. There is a lot rainfall. We are in the moderate risk for areas of the Midwest, so that's something you want to watch out for. Those areas are going to be Indianapolis, Columbus, Cincinnati, Parkersburg, Huntington, and Beckley as well. So you do want to watch out for those areas as well. As we get into Wednesday, we're going to have a slight risk. Going to be around Indianapolis, St. Louis. As far as tomorrow, this is going to extend all the way down. Going to have that marginal risk extend all the way down to Atlanta, Augusta, into areas of the low country of the Carolinas. Going to swing back over to Denver, and you're going to have this marginal risk as well as that slight risk that's going to be in effect for those areas as well. Thursday, widespread severe flooding slight risk of flooding will be possible. This is a slight risk of flooding. We got to watch out for potential of flash flood warnings are going to pop up there. As we look at not the satellite, let's not look at the satellite. We do want to see down here for our tropical weather outlook. We look down here to areas right here. This is going to be a 70% chance of development, a high chance of development in the next 7 days, and a medium chance in the next 2 days. So we're watching out for that. Up here, this is probably going to be a storm. Well, maybe. I really don't know if that's going to be a storm or not. The possibility is there. The possibility is not there. There's a potential for the storm to make up, but it's not going to be really impacting us here in the United States. So we'll see what that storm does out here. But the main concern is here in the next 7 days, we do have a high chance of development. The question is, will that storm be able to make it into areas that are going to be as far into this direction like this? That's an area we got to look out for, because if that ends up making it in this area, this is a whole area right here that we have to watch out for. But there's no guidelines. Well, there's nothing really much to look at the moment, but we are seeing that possibility of this storm developing. So just make sure that if you're in these areas, you're not to be alarmed just yet. But if you're specifically in these areas, if you're watching from any of these islands out here, you need to specifically be prepared because a storm could be heading your way in that direction right there's areas of San Juan. I would be watching this storm as well. So this is a 70%, a high chance of development. Remember, in the next 7 days, out here towards the Pacific, we do have an area of development. This area of development is going to be 70% for both the 2 day and the 7 day. A high chance, but near Hawaii, you're going to be dealing with this specific disturbance. In the next 7 days, you have a 90% chance of development. In the next 2 days, 70% chance. So that's going to be high on both ends of category there, and we're going to have to be alert and be prepared for that as well. So the tropics were quiet out. We're starting to get into some active tropics, and we're not at the peak of hurricane season. We're getting into that territory where we're starting to increase, but we're not at the peak of hurricane season just yet. So here's the National Weather Service warnings and watches that you have going on here. Going to be having some heat advisories that are in effect, some severe thunderstorm warnings, special weather statements all over the place, some tornado warnings that are happening here. This is going to be near Huntington. That you're going to want to watch out for those warnings here. Flash flood warnings and flood advisories will be in effect for multiple areas. This is going to be near the Atlanta metro. We do have a flood advisory that is in effect here. This is going to be around the Augusta metro as well, with a special weather statement with some showers and thunderstorms. Flood watches and flood, well, not flood watches, well, you do have flood watches up here, but flood warnings, flood advisories, these are things we got to watch out for. Heat advisory is going to be packing a punch with all this heat. As you can see here, for the central part of the country around Kansas City, you're going to be dealing with that heat. That is a lot of heat that you're going to have to deal with in those sections right there. But mainly this specific area right here, I do want to tell you, if you live in this area right here, make sure that you are on high alert because some tornadoes will be possible as we get into those areas right there, as we have that risk of tornadoes that's happening today. Air quality alerts in effect in the west, as you have those red flag warnings that are in effect as always. And air quality alerts are going to be down towards Phoenix. Flood watches in effect for areas of down there by Phoenix. That's going to be around Tucson that you're going to be dealing with that there. Areas of Chicago, flood watches extend all the way, and then you do have some coastal flood advisories that are in effect for areas of New York. If we take a look back to our national radar, you're going to be seeing, if you take a look back to our national radar, we're going to be dealing with a lot of showers and thunderstorms that are going to be in our areas. You can see here near Georgia into areas of the low country of South Carolina. Mesoscale discussion that's going to be sitting right over here on top of Charlotte over there. That's what we've got to watch out for. So a line of storms that's going to be here in New York. But the main concern is really going to be into these areas where you see all of these icons and all of this just happening near Columbus, Huntington, Louisville, Kentucky. We have to watch out for multiple of these areas. So as you can see here, this is going to be a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect. Look at all of these wind reports that are happening, wall cloud reports, rain that's reported. We're getting 3/4 hail reported from multiple people. So this is just going to be a lot of active severe weather that's going to be happening here. You have multiple spots to watch out for. I know you can see it in 3 different spots here. And eventually some of these probably could connect together, but down here towards Georgia, that's going to be one spot to watch out for. Near Charlotte, that's looking interesting. Could we get tornadoes there? I don't know. Anything is possible, to be honest, but specifically in this area, we have a lot of severe weather happening there. Severe thunderstorm warnings are in effect. Areas of tornadoes are possible. Some rotation that's possible. Down here into Georgia, you're just mainly dealing with the special weather statements that are happening here, and just the wind blowing, a lot of rain showers, a lot of heavy rain, or a lot of heavy rain is possible. So special weather statements, no severe thunderstorm warnings down here in Georgia, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get some. But near Charlotte, this is actually looking pretty active with wind moving from areas of western North Carolina into areas of the Piedmont. As you can see, there are a lot of special weather statements in these specific areas. Just want to make sure I go back down here just to show you what's going on here. This is going to be I think that tornado warning has expired, but still severe thunderstorm warning is in effect. You have multiple lines of storms that are happening here. Lightning strikes that are happening near Huntington, West Library. I mean, not West, but West Liberty. You're going to be dealing with some lightning strikes. Campton, lightning strikes as well. Lightning strikes are just everywhere in these multiple areas. Severe thunderstorms that are happening a lot frequently as you get to Indianapolis, as you can see here, sort of not a part of that line that's down there, but still a part of the same pile of storms as you get into areas. As you can see here, we do have the piles of storms here that's going to be in these areas west of Indianapolis. So if you're in Waveland, if you're in Paris, Watch out for these areas right here. As you can see, the dark reds that are starting to pop up on your screen. So multiple of these areas we definitely got to watch out for showers and thunderstorms in the areas of the western parts of the country. We are reporting some hail. That's going to be large hail that's happening there near Rapid City. A severe thunderstorm watch is in effect, as well as a severe thunderstorm warning is in effect as well for those areas. So we've got to watch out. An active day of severe weather that's going to be with us. We got to make sure we're being safe out there, checking on your people that you know, making sure that they're safe. We're going to look at the GFS model. This is the 12Z run, the GFS model, just to see what the GFS model has us showing. See what's showing out here for the GFS. As you can see, that storm trying to make up here, and it's trying to move into areas that would be near Puerto Rico. But then that storm tries to maybe fizzle out, but still try to move around. But we still have to watch out. A lot of things are on the table. This is going to be very interesting to see. But my name is Michael here to give you an update on the latest. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out a lot. And I'll see you out there in the weather community.